Hello everyone, welcome to Snowy Survival Episode 2. For those of you who are new, Snowy Survival is a modded survival series that I have created using the Christmas Spirit mod. And you can see that everything is very snowy around me, and it also adds quite a few other features. But we've got a lot to do in this episode, and a lot of things that I've already done. As you can see behind me, there's a pillager bear, we got one of those, and also I got my hands on a few dogs. So now we can have an army of pets. Like I said in the last episode, maybe having a cat and a bird in the same house wouldn't be a problem, but a dog and a bird in the same house I'm sure wouldn't be a problem at all. Over here we have a bit of a farm here and also some bamboo. I have no idea why I need bamboo, I really don't, but there it is. And also here are some animals, so I'm hoping to get this farm going a lot and then be able to breed these animals. So one of the problems I was having with this farm is that the water kept freezing, and I thought that was remedied by placing torches around the perimeter of the farm, and I was partially correct, but the torches were not close enough to the water, so I placed them around the sides. Another solution to this would have been to waterlog a slab, as you cannot have an ice-logged slab, but this seems to do the trick pretty well. In other news of things that I did while in between episodes, that is I found a village over here, and I'm not really gonna bother going over there, but because I didn't actually even find any chests or anything, but I did find potatoes, carrots, and beetroots, and I always love to have every single one of the plants, so I did plant those things. I think over in this row, there's the carrots, potatoes, and beetroots, and now we'll have all of those things, because I think it'd be cool to get this advancement, somewhere over here. Oh yeah, right here. Eat a balanced diet. Anyway, that's just an idea. I changed the floor in the house, and I also added a roof, which is 3 blocks tall, or the room is 3 blocks tall, that is, and now I will be able to jump in this house. And hopefully also you can notice in this video that the quality is still not that great, but that the FPS is a little better than last videos. I thought it was after reviewing some footage, after experimenting around with some things a bit, and I definitely think that that is the case, that it is a lot better. So the plans for today are pretty simple, and one of the things, the last thing I want to talk about real quick before we really get into the episode is that, you know, I was just gonna do this series during the month of December of this year, but, you know, it really is, like, winter goes through January, right? And come to think of it, 3 episodes is really not a lot of time to do something, and I know that I kind of forgot to do the first week of December, so it could have been 4 episodes, but even still, 4 episodes isn't a lot to get a bunch of stuff done either. So I think I'm going to push it into January, and it's still going to be Snowy Survival 2021 despite being in 2022, but that's going to be alright, and we'll just push it through January, push it through the winter season, and but that of course means that I'm going to have to take advantage of this Christmas mod's Christmas decorations before the end of December. So we'll hopefully get into that. But today's plans are simple. I would like to get plans started for a proper base, because this was just kind of like a hut. I'm thinking right over here would be a good spot for it. And, yeah, there's a nice forest over here for me to gather some materials. So, before we do anything else, I'm going to just gather some materials such as wood, stone, anything I'm going to need for this project, and I'll see you soon. Okay, so I have a bit of idea, I think, for a base. I'm kind of thinking perhaps like 3 or 4 towers all connected to each other, and each of these towers will have a different purpose. So like one tower perhaps that will be bigger than the others will be the main tower, just the home tower, and then that would be connected to other towers like the storage towers and things like that. But I didn't want to just have a solid oak plank tower going straight up. I kind of wanted to break it up. So here I have sort of what it would be. Maybe they would be a little more spread apart. Maybe they would be smaller, bigger chunks of oak log. I don't know. But one of the things that I was wondering is, would this look better as stripped oak? And I am kind of thinking that perhaps not. You'll have to let me know in the comments what you think of that, but I'm kind of thinking that just the log looks a little bit better than just this stripped stuff. It's more defined. It looks better. I mean, of course, that's just a matter of opinion. We'll just have to see how this all comes together. But first things first, I'm just going to build up the tower. This first tower, and I think this first tower is going to be like a pet's tower. So it's gonna have like a doghouse for all of my dogs, and I plan to have a lot of dogs, so this is going to be quite the large tower. So anyway, we're gonna hop into a time lapse, get that finished up, and let's go. Now I've built up the pet tower, and it doesn't look extremely tall. This is not going to be, like, a very tall tower. It's just, I was thinking it was going to be, like, sort of mushroom-sized. And on the topic of mushrooms, I think I know how I'm going to design this room's roof. So I think I kind of would like to make it look like a mushroom. I don't exactly know what made me want to make it look like a mushroom, but that's kind of what I'd like to do. So this is going to be a little bit of expensive on the wood side, but I would like to make this roof out of the oak, like the stripped oak wood, I think it's called. Not the logs, because I want to be able to see it on all sides. I want the wood. So I'm pretty sure it's kind of expensive to make that. Because if you take a look at this, yeah, it does give you 3 back, but that is not quite what you paid for in terms of logs. So I'm gonna have to gather quite a few logs, but then we can put the mushroom cap on the tower. So yeah, I'll just go collect the resources, then we'll jump into another time lapse and slap that thing onto the tower. I just realized I really don't know what exactly I'm doing. It's been a couple of days since the last clip, and I don't even know what I've made here. Because, like, when I started the series anyway, I had an envisionment of what kind of house I wanted to make, and it was not this, whatever this is behind me. I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. So, we were gonna do a time lapse, but instead we're going to tear this whole thing down and come up with a new plan. That took forever with a stone axe here, and I went through like 5 or 6 of them, but I finally got it down, and it looks like a lot of wood. Really, it's not. The stacks run out really quickly. But anyway, now it is time to come to a new location and a new design of a house to see what we might like to settle in, not some round dome of I don't even know. So I do believe I have found a new location for the house and also a new design. Now unfortunately, with only having an oak and birch forest next to me, I'm a little limited on wood. And yes, I do have jungle wood, but other than that, that's really all I have. Okay, as I say that, there's literally... Okay, so never mind. I can't make that excuse anymore. Maybe we'll rebuild the house once more eventually with that. But anyway, we'll shove that out of our minds for now. And this is the design that I've come up with. The stripped wood on the corners. Just everything's very oak. Even the floor is just gonna be this oak. And it doesn't really look like a winter house, does it? It looks more like a ranger's house, honestly. I mean, you know, of course it's not finished. But anyway, this is the general design. I'm going to finish it up, and I'm also thinking it will have, like, an upstairs with a sort of open porch, or open kind of overlook over on this corner of the house. There's something very interesting I can do now that I have located the spruce wood. Oh, that's a shame. I really thought it was spruce. It was just dark oak. So, like, I wouldn't have wanted to make a house out of dark oak anyway. Once we find spruce, though, we can really start pulling out the mechanics of the Christmas Spirit mod and some of the items that bring, so I'm really hoping that we can find some spruce trees soon in this series. So, without further ado, we'll just finish up the house. Is that in grass? I'm not sure. We'll just finish up the house here, and let's go. There are the walls and the ceiling of the first floor complete, and during the time-lapse something unideal happened. I was attempting to get rid of an oak plank, and my parrot was sitting in the way, and now the only thing left of the parrot we have is this. So, yeah, I suppose you don't have to think of a name in the comments anymore like I said in episode 1. But I'm not going to get rid of this feather. For now, I'm going to put it in this chest, and we'll note that that is it in the bottom right corner. Okay, I brought the animals from my old house over to here and increased their inhabitant size by a lot. Like, basically I made their fence bigger. Eventually I will probably separate the sheep and the cows as well, and then I'll capture some chickens and such. And I also built this farm over here, or attempted to. The terrain is a little bit weird, and I didn't have enough dirt. So, at some point I'll need to collect some more dirt and finish this up. But for now, it's growing literally everything that can be grown. We've got seeds, beetroots, carrots, and potatoes from that village that I mentioned earlier in the episode. You might notice that I have the effect, you know, what's it called? Pillager effect. Goodness. But anyway, I can't believe I forgot what it was called just now. But anyway, there was a new raid, and I fought it and got that, because that is what happens when you attack a pillager captain. So we'll just drink the milk bucket and be fine. So, the next thing I definitely want to do is explore. And I don't know if I want to do that in the next episode or not. I think that before we explore, I should finish up this floor, and then we'll see if if I think we should push it on to the next episode or not. There's the floor done, and I think it looks pretty well right here. Or looks pretty good, rather. With the same material as this lining right here. I accomplished this with slabs. These are not blocks, these are slabs right here. And then with that done, I think it's time for me to finish up this farm because it looks kind of wonky at the moment. It's almost completely fixed. I just need to till a little more of this soil, but other than that, it looks pretty good. Also, with all these tools breaking, these stone tools, as I've done various things, I think it is finally time for me to upgrade not just my armor, but also tools to iron. Although I never had stone iron. Stone armor would be interesting. So anyway, we'll do the pickaxe and the axe. I'm not actually going to put these into my primary usage bars. I'm going to keep the stone tools there, but once they break, I will use them. So I think that is going to do it for this episode of Snowy Survival 2021. I'm sorry that this episode was kind of repetitive, like it was pretty much just like last episode. You make a house, you move. I mean, we did a few things in this episode, like find a village, make a farm, do all sorts of things to make way for episode 3. Where we're gonna hopefully do quite a bit of exploring and get really deep into the Christmas spirit mod. So if you're excited for that, if you would consider subscribing and hitting the bell notification icon so you can get notified when I post it, that would be much appreciated, and you'll never miss out on another one of my videos, which could be a good thing, I suppose. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. As of now, there is one more availability for the first 10 roll in my Discord server. My Discord server, link in the description. And last episode I mentioned that there are 2, and as I was editing, I noticed that there was 1. So now there is 1 more opening. Last person. It will never be given to anybody else ever who joins the server. So join now, claim your first 10 roll today. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you consider subscribing the video, liking if you did like the video, and comment how you thought of these videos, because they are a lot of fun for me to make, but they are also kind of challenging to make because of my computer's low specs and everything. And it's just kind of difficult to record. The quality isn't that fantastic, although hopefully today's episode's quality is a little better than last week. So anyway, enough rambling on. Thank you very much for watching. Merry Christmas, because the next episode's going to be after Christmas. So Merry Christmas, and I will see you in the next episode, Snowy Survival 2021. Yeah! What on earth was that outro?